September 13th, 1997. At this time of night, downtown Los Angeles is quiet. It's a typical night shift at the Dunbar armored facility. Little do the guards know that they are soon to become victims in one of the largest and most audacious robberies in US history. 30-year-old Alan Pace is the regional safety inspector for the Dunbar Armored Incorporated. He seems diligent in his duties and his co-workers trust him. What no one knows is that Alan is a criminal mastermind who has big plans. Number one on his list is to rob the downtown LA Dunbar Armored Facility, a depot where armoured trucks drop off and pick up cash amassed from businesses all over the city. Alan turns to his trusted childhood friends, Eugene Hill, Eric Boyd, Freddie McCrary Jr., Terry Brown Sr., and Thomas Johnson for help. Alan studies the security measures of the facility. He learns the schedules of everyone on the night shift. He even takes pictures of the interior rooms and hallways of the depot. Other employees assume that the picture taking must be part of Alan's job, since he oversees worker safety for the company. In fact, part of his job includes making sure fire extinguishers are up to date and that hallways aren't blocked. As part of his scheme, Alan also checks the security cameras for blind spots and inspects the rotating cameras to see how long they stay on a specific field of view. For several months, Alan and his 5 friends meet regularly and plan the robbery. Due to his extensive research, Alan is able to provide them with maps, images, and detailed information. They even go on reconnaissance field trips, driving past the building and getting very familiar with the area. They vow that if any one of them gets caught, they won't snitch on the others. On Thursday, September 12th, Alan is notified that he's going to be fired from Dunbar Armored for tampering with company property. As part of a prank, he had removed the headlight from one of the armored trucks. It was now or never. Furthermore, the wee hours of Friday morning are the perfect time to strike. From experience, Alan knows the vault will be packed with money waiting to be distributed across the city in anticipation of weekend shopping. On Thursday night, the crew of robbers hangs out at a party in Long Beach for a couple of hours to establish alibis. They then slip away and change into black clothes and masks. They also don radio headsets for talking to each other and check their guns before driving to downtown Los Angeles. At this time of night, there's little traffic and the journey takes less than half an hour. It's several minutes after midnight when the thieves arrive at the downtown Dunbar facility. They're able to drive their rented U-Haul truck into the parking lot without issue. During planning, Alan had learned that the guard watching the camera for the parking lot had a new truck and kept the camera trained on his truck so he could view it. To get inside, Alan simply unlocks a side door and the robbers go right on in. Their first task is to evade detection on the various security cameras lining the hallways. Due to Alan's meticulous planning, they hug the walls and move during timed intervals to make their way past rotating cameras without being seen. The bandits head for the cafeteria, where they quickly take the hospitality staff hostage. At 12:30 a.m., most of the guards go on lunch break. As each guard arrives at the cafeteria, the robbers ambush and take them hostage one by one, preventing them from sounding the alarm or alerting other guards. All the captured guards are laid face down and their arms and ankles are bound with duct tape. The robbers also take the key for the vault prep room from one of the hostage guards. This room has cameras that can't be avoided, so the robbers just rush the 2 armed guards inside and take them hostage too. Now the robbers need to get into the vault, which has 18-inch steel doors. However, due to the volume of money being moved through the facility on a Friday night, the vault has been left open for ease of use. The robbers go into the vault and using bolt cutters snap the ordinary padlocks on the metal cages storing the bags of cash. Money in the vault is sorted by delivery routes, and Alan has memorized which routes use large denomination bills. He has his crew avoid bags of new cash with sequential serial numbers. They mainly grab sacks filled with stacks of $20 bills that had been destined for automated teller machines around the city. In about 30 minutes, they move $18.9 million in cash. Alan has two final tasks before they split. He steals the security tapes from the recording system in the security control room and then races to a locked closet elsewhere in the facility to steal the secret backup security tapes out of recording equipment, which is in a locked cabinet. Without a single gunshot being fired, Alan Pace and his crew have pulled off the largest cash heist in American history. The robbers go to an apartment that belongs to one of them and change back into their party clothes. They return to the house party in Long Beach and play it cool. Alan gives each member of the crew $100,000 to be used for quiet, discreet spending. Per the agreed-upon plan, the rest of the cash will have to wait until the heat's off. The robbers pack the remaining $18.2 million in garbage bags and move them into a self-storage facility for safekeeping. A task force involving local police, FBI, and other federal authorities quickly forms to investigate the heist. However, authorities are soon stumped. There are no fingerprints. There are no names. When talking during the robbery, the thieves had called each other by number. There is no video evidence of the crime either. The one thing investigators are certain of is that it's an inside job. Someone with intimate knowledge of the operations of the Dunbar armoured facility has to be involved, especially since the robbers knew that the backup security tapes existed and stole those too. Authorities interview employees of the facility, hoping that someone knows something. One of the questions asked during these meetings is, which employee do you think could have committed this crime? Interestingly, the name of Alan Pace keeps coming up. Investigators conduct surveillance on Alan. They even delve into his financial records. However, they discover nothing. Alan is living quietly at his mum's home. He hasn't made any flashy purchases. He stays away from the self-storage centre where the money is hidden. As it turns out, Alan doesn't even have a bank account. The trail goes cold. Over 6 months pass. Alan cautiously begins to parcel out money to his crew. He plans to invest his share in rental properties, retire, and just live off his investments. The robbers slowly begin purchasing cars and property in cash. The robbers realize that they accidentally stole several bags of new money with sequential serial numbers, which could link them to the crime. Alan tells them that this money needs to be destroyed. Some of the robbers go to one of their homes that has a fireplace and try to get rid of it by burning it. But US money is manufactured to be somewhat anti-flammable, and the stacks of money burn slowly. The task quickly became tedious. The robbers decide to go to Las Vegas instead and play the slot machines to get rid of the new money. More time passes. Alan sets up a company, Extreme Entertainment, which rents party supplies, but it's mainly a front to launder the stolen money. He puts his accomplices on the payroll and pays himself and them very high salaries. About 2 years after the robbery, one of the robbers, Eugene Hill, makes a fatal mistake. He hires a real estate broker to purchase a property and gives the man a stack of cash that is still wrapped in the original cash straps. The broker is suspicious and alerts police. Authorities investigate and realize that based on the dates and handwriting on the straps, the cash is part of the stash stolen from the Dunbar facility. The authorities dig into Eugene's financial records and also found that Eugene rented a U-Haul a day before the robbery and had returned it a day later. When police arrest Eugene, they find in his possession more cash in the original money wrappers. Eugene quickly confesses and rolls on his accomplices in return for a lesser sentence. Alan and the 5 other robbers are arrested and put on trial in the spring of 2001. 4 of the robbers in Alan's crew plead guilty and are sentenced to federal prison for terms ranging from 7.5 to 10 years. The 5th robber receives 17.5 years. Alan, the criminal mastermind, is sentenced to 24 years. Also, the robbers are ordered to pay $18.9 million in restitution. Authorities have accounted for about $7 million taken in the heist. Most of that was spent on homes, cars, and other items. It's estimated that several $100,000 were burned or gambled away in Las Vegas. Many authorities say that there is as much as $10 million is still hidden somewhere. After 19 years, Alan Pace was finally released from prison. But the questions remain. Where is the rest of the money? Did Alan hide it before his arrest? And could he secretly retrieve the missing stolen cash, change his identity, and retire on a beach somewhere?